3 o'clock. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Molly O'Brien, and I would like to say hello and welcome to our first guest, Kristin MacRae with Organizing NRI. Kristin,
Hi,
hello.
Molly.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. December 7th, so thank you for joining us. You are our organizing and efficiency expert, and congratulations. You have made it 5 years with GoLocal. So you've been contributing to GoLocal for 5 years.
Yes.
Talk to me just a little bit about what the experience has been like for you being able to help people, not only through your business, but just being able to help people get organized and become more efficient over the past 5 years.
I think it's been great. So every Tuesday I write for GoLocal. So I was calculating, I think that's like 250 articles are out there. So I love that it's a free resource for people, and most of my articles are based on like whatever month we're in. It's like themed for the month, so it kind of helps like for back to school in September and August and holidays in December. So if you've been following me this month, it's all holiday related. So every month I kind of gear it towards what's going on, and if you ever need resources, you can Google. I believe if you just Google any topic that you're thinking about getting organized and then put GoLocal Prov after it and Organizing an RI, like my articles will pop up. They're all over the internet, I think. So so it's a great free resource for anybody that needs just a little bit of motivation every month or even every week, because my articles come out every Tuesday. So every week, if you need some motivation, just get your GoLocal Prov every morning. I think it comes through at 6 a.m. GoLocal.
It does.
So every morning at 6 a.m. it comes through, and every Tuesday I'll be there writing about organizing.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
So, like you said, it's a great free resource and helps you get motivated. And I'm very excited because New Year's is coming up. So, a lot of people set New Year's resolutions, New Year's goals. And so, if that's what your plan is, there are a lot of tools out there, a lot of strategies. And we're going to talk about, after our topic today, something that you're going to be helping people do if they're interested in maybe getting organized for the new year, another way to help people do that. So, we're going to talk about that in a little bit. So, congratulations.
Thank you. I'm very excited. Thank you for having me all these years. Thank you so much.
It's awesome.
It's been great.
Well, you've been here longer than I have.
Yeah.
So.
But it's been great. And I guess I'm continuing to write next year too. So
that's awesome.
Yeah,
And we're happy to have you.
Thank you.
And we're happy to have you
it.
here on GoLocal Life too. So it's just been another way to elevate the product and to elevate helping people out there as well. Yeah. So today we're going to talk about clearing the mental clutter. You use this terminology a lot, and I think that it really will help people as we make our way through the holiday season. Something that you mentioned is that people who might be organized visibly can still have mental clutter. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Sure. So even the organized person can have mental clutter, especially this time of year. So it's not just the physical clutter that holds us down, it's the mental clutter too. So you could be really organized and still have that mental clutter. And I'm sure many of you out there are saying, yeah, Kristin, I do have that mental clutter. How do I release it? I'm this organized person, but my head is going, I'm always going a mile a minute in my brain and running in 100 different directions. And how do you tame that? How do you pull back on that? Especially this time of year. It's such a crazy time of year. And even people in business, even with my business, I'm working on my business plan for next year, so I'm getting everything out of my head onto paper. So you're probably, if you have a business or even in your home, you're trying to wrap up the year, taxes, whatever it may be. So you have a lot going on just aside from the holidays. You're trying to wrap up your year, but it adds to that mental clutter. So we're going to talk about some things that can help you release that mental clutter during this time of year.
Yay, let's get rid of it.
Ooh, all right.
Bye. See ya. Okay, so we have 6 tips today to help you clear your mental clutter.
Yes.
So the first one is everybody's favorite, may or may not be, but it helps. It helps. Exercise.
Exercise is a great way to clear the mental clutter. So I find, even for myself, just going on out, even this time of year, it's beautiful out, it's crisp air, get outside, go for a walk, no music, just enjoy your surroundings, your feet on the ground. Don't think about anything else for that hour that you're out there walking, and just like let your mind. Sometimes I do my best thinking when I'm on a quiet walk, or even in the shower. Like you do your best thinking.
I always think in the shower.
Yes.
It's like, brilliant!
And then write that down.
Yeah, and then you forget by the time you get out.
So just exercise this time of year. Get to the gym. Any way that you like. It doesn't have to be something that you're like, oh, I got to get to the gym. I got to do this. You want it to be fun. So if you enjoy going to the gym, get to the gym, work out. You'll find that not only releases the mental clutter, but releases the stress. And the stress and mental clutter go hand in hand. So get out and exercise, get to the gym, whatever makes you happy. But sometimes do it without music. Just enjoy your surroundings. And that will help alleviate that mental clutter. And you'll find when you're out there, your thoughts become a lot clearer. It's not even a matter of getting rid of the thoughts, but they become sharper and clearer when you're out in that environment.
I think too, you mentioned that, it's not always like you have to go for a run or you have to go for a walk. Those are all good strategies. Mm-hmm. But try something different. Take a yoga class.
Yeah.
Take a Pilates class, or if you like playing, like get out and play with your kids, or have a pickup game of basketball, or you know,
anything.
You know, it really can be anything.
Mm-hmm.
Just get your body moving, and that can then help clear your mental brain.
And don't look at it as a chore.
Exactly.
It's that fun stuff you want to do. If it's going to be a chore, you don't want to do it, because then it will add to your mental clutter, because it's going to weigh on you that I need to do this.
Exactly.
Not I want to do this, and it's going to be good for me.
Yeah, like there are dance classes. There are, you know, there are things out there that can be fun. Mm-hmm. And if cost is prohibitive to you, there are many resources out there. So that it shouldn't be a barrier for you.
Exactly. There's even stuff online now. There's so many free resources online too, on YouTube or out on the internet that you can find.
So do something fun, get up and move, and it will help you feel better.
Yes.
Okay, so the next one, the next strategy you have to clear your mental clutter is something that we all have to do anyway. Breathe.
Yes. Well, so many people at this time of year too. Everybody's like stressed out, in a ball, tense. Just like, and I practice this too, because sometimes I have a lot, you have a lot going on. You just need to like decompress for a minute. And you're driving in the car in traffic this time of year on Bald Hill Road or in Seacroft, or you're just like, oh God. And you realize when you're holding onto the steering wheel that you're like so tense. And when you stop to breathe for a minute and just relax, and again, it'll help the mind too. It's not just about a stress relief, but that helps with the mind too. So just take a breath, shake it out for a minute. When you're in the car, like just relax and take a deep breath and release your shoulders, bring them down, and you'll find that just that little bit will help too.
Yep, breathing techniques. There's a lot of information on that as well to practice your breathing techniques. It's good for you. Yeah. It's a good strategy.
Yes.
And please never bring up Route 2 ever again.
Okay. I think I brought that up last time
around this time of year. Never again. Because I will need to start my deep breathing now just to relax. I don't want to think about it.
Terrible.
But it was great shopping over there.
Yes.
So just the traffic, I don't want to think about it.
Exactly.
We like those businesses over there. We just don't want to think about driving.
Right.
Okay, so the next strategy you have to clear mental clutter is to empty your mind. What do you mean by that?
So there's a few different ways you can empty your mind. So some people go to bed with their mind racing, or they wake up in the middle of the night. Sometimes I do this. I think about a thing at some client's house that I should have done, and I should have done it this way, and then I'm like, why am I doing this? Like, your mind races. So I'm sure you're out there too. Your mind races in the middle of the night. Keep a pen and paper by the bed. So if you do get up in the middle of the night, you can jot down what you're thinking and get it out of your head and go back to sleep. Because you don't want to hold on to that the rest of the night, because you'll toss and turn all night. So keep a pen and paper by the bed. That's the way to release it. Get it out of your head. And then just jot down before you go to bed what you're thinking, or if you had a stressful day, write it down what bothered you, just to get it out of your head so you can have a peaceful sleep. Keeping to-do lists, getting it out of your head. Doing that brain dump. We talk about this a lot.
All the time.
A brain dump all the time. Getting it out of your head. So a lot of that, keeping a schedule, having a calendar, all of those things. You don't want to remember if you have 3 appointments this month, you don't want to have it in your head when they are. Get it out of your head, put it in the calendar. Many people will say, I don't need it, I can remember it. You're not going to remember everything. You're just not. Because you're going to forget something along the way. So keep a calendar, keep a schedule, whether it's digital or paper. We talk about that a lot. Whatever that may be, whatever works for you. A to-do list. We talk about to-do lists a lot. To-do list during this time of year, any time of the year, is going to help you release the mental clutter. Again, don't be like a hero and say, I can remember it all, I can do it all. Have those tools, those free tools that you can use to help you release that mental clutter.
I think, too, that journaling is always a great strategy just to help you, and it doesn't even, and nothing has to be coherent or make sense, which I think you make a great point.
Yes.
That whatever is coming out of your brain, it doesn't have to be organized as you're doing it, which I think is which is a great point to make. That if you need to organize it later, go ahead. But if you just want to write, your feelings, your thoughts. Hey, I'm stressed out this week. There's a lot going on. Yes. I have family coming in town. The house is a mess or whatever. It's okay to be able to, because if you don't feel like you can talk about it at that moment, it's good to just be able to release your feelings onto paper.
Exactly. Too. How many of you used diaries when you were little?
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
It's
With
the
the lock
kind of
and the lock and the teeny tiny key.
Nobody could get in it, right?
I know. So secret.
Right. So think about that. Journaling is great. I love journaling. Yeah. Even if it's a food journal this time of year, I keep a food journal 24/7. So if you just this time of year, if you're trying to stay on your diet, but you can't remember what you've been eating, you've been going to holiday parties, and you're trying to stay on your diet, food journaling is good. So it's another form of releasing the mental clutter, jotting down what you're eating if you're keeping a food journal.
Okay, that's great. Mm-hmm. So emptying your mind.
Yes.
Okay, the next strategy you have is to meditate.
Again, goes along with the breathing, and I'm not any meditation specialist or anything, but I know that just by sitting in a space, just quiet room, sitting on the floor, just releasing my thoughts and just breathing will help. It doesn't have to be any scientific way. Like I said, I'm not a meditation expert by any means. But just there's so many free resources online about that too, about meditating. And again, somebody once told me 10 minutes a day. I'm like, I don't feel like meditating 10 minutes a day. But even if you just sit quietly a few minutes just to recharge for a little bit, just to get your thoughts together and get it together, then I think, that'll help too.
That'll help. Excuse me.
There's no right or wrong way to meditate.
I also believe in that. There's so much research out there how good meditation is for you. I have not mastered it.
I haven't either.
I am very bad at it.
I am too.
I have tried, but I think it's because I have so much mental clutter and so all those racing thoughts that, which probably makes me the best candidate to do meditation, right?
Well, I went for a massage last night. Yeah. It takes me so long to just... to chill, to be in the moment and not have your mind race. So even getting massage this time of year, Reiki or things like that will help you kind of just have somebody else guide you through this. That will help too, because it took me like a half an hour just to
it's a very expensive half hour.
Well, an hour and a half, but the first half hour it took just to stop my mind from spinning. Because we all do it this time of year.
Exactly.
So if you need guidance for that too, like maybe a massage or Reiki this time of year or something that will ground you back to.
Okay. And these are all things, like practice, right? Okay, so the other strategy you have is to unplug, which is so important.
I think last year at this time around the election, I totally unplugged from Facebook for a year. So I just came back on my personal page. And you know what? That whole year was I'm back on now. And I'm like, oh, why did I go back on? Because it's so stressed. It's not stressful, but just scrolling and looking at everything. And it can be stressful. And if you're on Twitter, LinkedIn, social media, Instagram, all these avenues, it can be very especially if you have a business, very overwhelming.
Yes.
And very oh my God, I just need to unplug. And if you're on Facebook all the time too, just as a regular person on there without a business, that it's a lot. You're looking at people that are negative, you're looking at people that are positive, people that are draining you. You take that on, and it's just so stressful. So sometimes you just need to unplug for a week, for a few days, for a year. I did it for a year, and you come back very refreshed. So
I think it's a good point too. Even sometimes you can't because you're connected for your job,
for my business,
through emails for whatever. Yeah, so maybe taking an hour. You log out of work and then say I'm going to have dinner with my family and then have family time. So I'm unplugging from all digital devices for 3 hours this evening.
That's fine too.
So you know what I mean? So you have to have realistic expectations for yourself and then try to set goals in that way. Because for some people, you can't disconnect because that's the world that we live in and for businesses and your jobs and whatever else. But having goals to make sure that you are spending time and being mindful and present in the moment and being able to get those rewards of clearing the mental clutter.
Right. Yeah, so the only thing I could do with my business was just take off my first personal page. Yeah. I stayed off that, so just having that helped. So you still have to maintain all the other things, unfortunately.
Exactly.
But just pick one app, one form of social media and drop that for a few hours or whatever you can do. Like you said, little increments, just try it. Just that little bit will help you.
Good. Yeah. All right. I like that. Okay. So the last one, which I think is probably the best piece of advice, is take a vacation.
Yes. Just take a vacation. It doesn't have to be to some elaborate place. You could take a staycation. You can go to the beach for a day, a day trip. It doesn't have to be this elaborate vacation, but just unplug out during that time, release the mental clutter, leave all your worries at home, leave what you can written down before you leave that you have to tackle when you get back. So when you go, I know it's impossible to totally release this mental clutter, but at least these little things that we're talking about will help you. But yeah, sure, a staycation, a daycation, whatever it may be, a vacation this time of year. Try and schedule one in.
I'm a big supporter of staycations and day trips.
Yes.
There are so
around
many,
here there's so many great things to do.
There's so many beautiful places within Rhode Island, within New England, that you can get to within an hour, 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours, depending on where you go. And it's easy to get to. It's a bus ride, a train ride, a car ride. Some places you can even walk to.
Right. So it's great. So put that on the calendar for next month. And it can be free. Who says you have to? You can go sit on the beach in the wintertime or then take the cliff walk in the winter. It's great. It's beautiful. And that will help you unplug too. And it's free. And you can look at all the Christmas lights and have a good time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So big advocates of that.
Yes.
Being able to just take a day trip or just be able to get outside and take a breath. Take a breath.
Take a breath.
Take a breath. Okay, so those are 6 tips to help you clear the mental clutter, which will hopefully help you get through this holiday season and just get through the regular day, right?
Yes.
So we also want to talk about some exciting news before you go, Kristin, that you are launching kind of this fun initiative. So, excuse me. If you follow Kristin on social media, if you haven't unplugged yet,
Don't unplug yet.
Don't unplug from GoLocal, please. If you haven't unplugged. So Kristin's doing something fun. Follow her on social media, and then you're launching something new, kind of helping people throughout the new year to get organized. Even if you're already organized, you're doing something to help people kind of take it to the next level. Talk to us about what you're doing.
So it's called Organize, Energize Your Life in 2018. It's an organizing challenge. It's starting January 1st of 2018 and ends December 31st, 2018. So I'm looking for at least 30 people that are serious about getting organized, that are going to commit for 1 year. Because so many people say, I want to get organized, but then they drop off like a month later. So I want to help you, if you've been wanting to get organized, commit to 1 year. And what you get with that 1 year is there's a monthly challenge. Within that monthly challenge, every week I'll be sending you an email, and in that email you'll have a video from me, resources, tips, motivation within that week to get you through to that monthly challenge. So for 4 weeks or 5 weeks, whatever's in that month, to help you get through that monthly challenge.
Cool.
Also, you'll be included in a private Facebook group. And in that private Facebook group, I'll do some live posts answering questions. But the group is mostly just for support for everybody. So many people are embarrassed about their disorganization. They don't want to talk about it, but then they're stuck in this like rut that they can't get organized. So this Facebook group of this team that I'm forming is there to support each other. But it's going to be positive and motivating, and people can vent, but it's going to be positive, and everyone's going to keep everybody going, and I'll be there to coach them on also with that. So you get 2 aspects to this challenge. So if you're interested, I can send you an email, link with the email, and until Saturday, I'm offering $100 off, so a $100 discount on the program. So if you're interested, go to my website, organizingnri.com, and go to the contact page and just write that you want me to send you the information. I'll send it to you with a link on how to purchase and go from there. The price goes up $50 from that. There's a $50 discount if you order after the weekend, and then Tuesday it goes up to full price. So you're getting $100 off if you register before Saturday.
So hop to it. If you're interested in stepping up your organization game, getting support, having a bunch of resources, Kristin's here to help you, as always, but kind of a fun challenge and offering a lot more support as we move forward. So if you're interested in that, hook up with Kristin.
Thank you.
Love
Thank
it.
you.
So
Thanks.
Way to kind of think outside the box there.
Yes, thank you.
Another aspect to your business.
Yes.
So hopefully we helped you here, and of course you can always check out her articles on GoLocal Prof. So thank you so much, everyone, and thank you, Kristin.
Thank you, Molly.
We're going to get set up here for our next guest. We're hanging out with the Providence Flea, so hang tight here as we get set up. Thank you so much, and we'll be right back.